Hey guys, this is Legz with MetalsPeak.com coming at you with a review for the new album from Scale to Summit. The album title is The Migration, released on Prosthetic Records on June 10th of 2013. So we'll go ahead and get started with the review here. To start off with, I'm going to give Brutality a 7. If you're familiar with Scale to Summit, brutality doesn't exactly become the first word that comes to mind when you think of the band here. Um, there are definitely lots of heavy moments on the record here. Being that they're an all instrumental band, there's a little bit of a difficulty or a challenge, I should say, to give such a instrumental approach, that type of brutal aspect there. There are definitely certain songs that come across and do that, though. Particularly, the Dark Horse comes to mind. By far, my favorite track on the record. Very, very heavy, and almost the technicality and just the virtuosity of the musicians in the band. I don't want to say it's chaotic, but maybe more of an organized chaos with all the different aspects and the flood of notes that are coming at you all at once. It almost creates its own sense of brutality there. So that's going to be a 7. Moving on to songwriting, I'm going to go ahead and give these guys a 9. The songs are phenomenal. I kept thinking to myself, if this is for me at least, the best record from Scale to Summit by far. I think it's the most consistent. I think it's the most fluid and easy to listen to, and by far an incredible album. And I think the songs speak for themselves there, so I definitely would give that a 9. Production, I'm going to go ahead and give an 8. Very, very clear sound with the instruments. You can hear everything that's going on there, especially the bass guitar. And anybody that knows me wishes that there was more. I wish that there was more bass guitar in metal in general. It gets buried beneath the mix, and a lot of times that's because, for lack of a better term, the bass players just they suck. So they get buried in the mix. It's just meant to kind of do the low end. It's not treated as a separate instrument. Obviously, when you're dealing with the caliber of musicians in a band like Scale to Summit, that's allowed to present itself much more forward in the bass guitar, the guitars, the drums. All of it comes through very crisp, very clear. Repeat listenability, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 9. It's been in regular rotation in my truck, and I can't stop listening to it. There's a lot of times I just think to myself, God damn, if Dream Theater would only do this shit like they used to, because obviously Dream Theater is very technically inclined, as Scale to Summit is, but I think Scale to Summit is the new generation, and as far as progressive metal goes, and they're really pushing the boundaries as far as what's out there, basically. So I wish Dream Theater would take fucking note. These guys they're coming up on you there. The artwork and layout, I'm gonna go ahead and give an 8. The artwork itself has I just got the promo. Just a tree design. I've always enjoyed the artwork. It's nothing to, be amazed by, but it's nothing terrible either. So I'm going to just get default to an 8 on that there. Highlights of the album for me include the opening track with Atlas Novice, the tapping intro, just very spacey and ambient feel to it there. The swelling portions of the olive tree, those are always nice. The song Narrow Salient, the bass solo that's in that song, again, just kind of tickling my fancy there, if you know what I mean, where the bass guitar is allowed to shine there. Oracle makes some really good use of guitar harmonics, whereas more so with other musicians, it's used as an effect or just kind of a tool to make a part more pronounced or just dramatic. They use it like their own separate notes and create their own melodic line with them, and it's very, very enjoyable to listen to. And of course, the Dark Horse, by far my favorite album on the track. Super ominous, super, super heavy for the Scale to Summit guys. So that's by far my favorite track from the album here. Uh, so yeah, when you do all the math and crunch the numbers here, overall score comes out to 8.2. Like I was saying before earlier, for me, this is by far the best album that Scale to Summit has put out. I think they keep progressively getting better with each release, and I love these guys. You should definitely go check it out if you're into progressive metal or any sort of instrumental music at all, these guys are where it's at. Definitely go check them out there. That being said, this is Legz with MetalsPeak.com. Thanks for listening to a review, and make sure to check us out at MetalsPeak.com. Thanks, guys. Bye.